Mashariki, tuwezeshe kuishi kwa amani, tutimize na malengo yetu. Jumuiya yetu sote tuilinde, tuajibike, tuimarike. Umoja wetu ni nguzo yetu, idumu jumuiya yetu.
Thank you so much. We may be seated. And at this particular time, I would like to take this chance and opportunity to welcome the Vice Chair of the Uasin Gishu Kncci chapter to welcome us to this cocktail. Karibu sana.
Thank you so much, MC Kalia. I take this opportunity on behalf of Kncci Uasin Gishu chapter, led by our chair, to welcome all of you. Thank you so much for finding time to participate in this evening cocktail networking session. I know it is going to be very interactive, very interesting. We are looking forward to some very interesting topics, including business succession, a practical approach. We are glad that we will be having the directors of Rupas and Kncci telling us how they've traveled the journey. We understand that they are 100 years plus in business. We are also going to get some insightful presentations from our sponsors. And so we promise you that this session is well packaged, and I know we are going home this evening with a lot of information, a lot of networking. So on behalf of the chair and the leadership of Kncci Uasin Gishu, I take this opportunity to humbly welcome you to this station. My name is Dan Meli, and I am the vice chairman. Thank you so much, and God bless you.
Tumpigieni makofi mazuri. Tumpigieni makofi mazuri. Thank you so much, Bwana Vice Chairman, for welcoming us to this evening. I understand, for those who have programs, that the first item on the program is presentations, and I want to really heed to that. But I would ask that you give me only a few minutes to recognize the people who help us to put this event together. And before recognizing any sponsor, I would want to recognize all the business people under the umbrella of the Kenya So thank you for the guidance. So that means that they'll get a chance to introduce themselves as they make those presentations. Therefore then, I want to transit into the presentations and allow me to take this opportunity to, before calling the first presenter, recognize our platinum sponsor for this event, that is AR Insurance. In a special way, let's just tengeza mikono vizuri, tengeza mikono vizuri. Ningependa tuwapigie makofi mazuri. 3 very good claps. So moja, mbili, tatu. Thank you so much. I understand that some of us still belong to the Kanu era of moja, pa, pa, pa. But we are journeying together. Majority of us today are Gen Zs. Gen Zs in the building, eh? Tafadhali, don't occupy this space. I can confirm to the millennials who are here, all the way to baby boomers and the silent generation, that you are very safe. The Gen Zs who are here are very peaceful. Thank you so much. Now, without much ado, allow me to call the first presenter for the evening. That is the Chief Representative of East Africa, the Chief Representative for the Dubai International Chamber in East Africa. That is Michael Gathu. Karibu sana as you make your presentation. Let's clap for him as he comes. Welcome, welcome, sir.
Good evening, everyone. Chamber leadership, captains of industry, all protocols observed. My name is Michael Gathu, and as introduced, I'm the Chief Representative, Dubai International Chamber, East Africa. We're based in Kenya, but from Kenya, we cover about 8 countries in the East African region. That is, of course, the EAC countries, with the exception of Somalia and Southern Sudan. But of course, outside the mainland, that is East Africa, we do cover the Republic of the Congo and Mauritius. So that is the scope of what we do. And of course, as you see on the screen, my name is not Omar Khan, that's my colleague. So I thought I make it clear that my name is Michael Gathu. So it's quite a delight to be here, to have been invited to attend this International Business Summit hosted by the Chamber of Commerce. It is our first time to be in this summit, but it's quite an honor. And I think the figures I'm just about to share with us resonate to this great county of Uasin Gishu and the potential that it has. I came in yesterday deliberately to just take a chance to go around the city and to sample it and see what potential it has. And Chairman, this is a great city. It's quite an amazing place to be. And more importantly, as I make my presentation, allow me just to appreciate the fact that since morning, seeing the presentation and the attendance by the young people is amazing. I tell you, this is a city with a future, and it's an honor to be here. So I've chosen specifically, there are many things I could talk about Dubai and UAE and Kenya. And by the way, as I make my presentation, the Dubai International Chamber is part of Dubai Chambers based in UAE, and predominantly we cover Dubai, but then for the purpose of trade and investment, I'll talk about statistics that are resonating with UAE in general. Now, but for this evening, allow me just to focus on one particular sector, which is food security, or rather importation and exportation of food, which ideally resonates. I know there are many sectors. There is finance. There are many other sectors that actually we could talk about. But for this purpose, for the few minutes I have, I'll just cover this. Now, I have just numbers. So numbers are good. It's easy to remember numbers, all right? So why is food security important to the UAE, and in this case, Dubai? And where does it make UAE rank regionally where it is and globally? Now, if you look at the slides I have in front of me or on the screen, number one, UAE ranks very favorably in the GCC countries, what we call the Gulf Cooperation countries or the Middle East countries in terms of food. So when we talk about food security, I'm simply talking of its ability to ensure food availability, affordability, and of course the quality of food that it gives its people. Now, the mark of 75.2 is quite high. That is as of 2022 for the for UAE in the region. But my focus will be on the second slide, on the second part of it, where it actually ranks favorably. Now, if you look at the countries that are put there, those are countries within what we call the GCC or Middle East. And you'd actually see the numbers with the last one being 65.2 in terms of index, which tells you that GCC as a region is very keen to address this question of food security. Remember, it's a region that doesn't produce per se, but they are very keen. But then again, when you look at UAE, reading the pack of those countries, it tells you that it ranks very high as far as the question of food security is concerned. Now, what really drives food security, or what really drives the food and beverage industry in UAE? Now, this is largely driven by the growing population. Currently, as we speak, UAE, as of 2024, had a population of 11 million people. Now, and these numbers are growing predominantly by expatriates who are moving to UAE, and of course the citizens themselves. And this is one of the factors that is driving demand for food in this region. Number two is the tourist influx that is moving into this region. And of course, one more important thing, the high disposable income by the people. These three factors are very important for you to keep, or rather not to forget. And that, of course, speaks to the numbers that you can see there. I'm rushing because I know there are other people who are making presentations. But then again, what are the industries that are defining the food and beverage sector in UAE? Number one is the food tech. I'll talk about the food tech in a short while. The second thing that, that speaks to this is the retail industry, the food service industry, the trade pillar of it, and manufacturing. Now, these put together are the key drivers of food and beverage industry in the UAE. I know as I say this, of course, at some point you understand why I choose to talk about this. Now, one of the things you realize is that globally people are becoming more aware of, good habits of eating, or can I say, consuming the right products, organic products, so to speak, fresh produce. This is becoming quite common. And this graph, ideally, what it tells you is that if you look at the fresh food sector, it is actually outpacing the packaged food sector, all right? And if you look at the blue, the one that is up there, you can actually try to see that it is above the green one, and the blue basically is the fresh produce, which means that consumption of fresh produce is increasing in this market as compared to the packaged food. This is very important. Now, looking at it in a broader way, of course, this is a categorization of what you may call the packaged food vis-a-vis the retail, the fresh food. But if you look at the packaged foods, they consume more of the staple foods, what is locally there. Of course, the dairy products comes in second there, snacks and everything else. But again, my point and my focus is on the second part of it, because that is where we can identify with as a business community. What you realize is this: one of the biggest imported commodities or food items in UAE is meat, followed by vegetables, followed by pulses, followed by fruits, nuts, and the list goes on. Now, why is this important? Because these are products each and every one of us as farmers we can identify with. Am I right? Excellent. Now, so meat is the largest imported food product in the UAE in terms of fresh food. Again, when you move slightly to the beverage sector, now beverage, of course, this is where we have talked about tea, we talk about coffee, we talk about water and everything else. Now, can I concentrate on the last slide because of time? You realize in terms of beverage market in UAE, the biggest or the largest product is bottled water. Now, I want you to look at that and the last bit of it where we have got ready to drink coffee and ready to drink tea. We commonly export that, isn't it? Probably I have got exporters of tea and coffee here. But it will surprise you that bottled water, carbonates, and juice lead the pack of this, all right? But still, you'll understand later on why also coffee and tea is important. It may look insignificant in terms of imported drinks, but it still holds a significant bit in UAE. Now, of course, when we talk about UAE, one of the things that is also very key, remember that circle I showed you about the food tech, about manufacturing. Now, e-commerce is actually playing a very big role to move food within Dubai or within UAE. Of course, I know most of us are familiar with e-commerce. Na pengine wale who don't understand what I talk about e-commerce, maybe you have used it. I know at the comfort of your house you have sat and you have ordered for something from Java, you have ordered from something from another place, isn't it? Idea that is e-commerce, okay? So, but e-commerce is predominantly leading, or rather, sort of is governing or is actually controlling a lot of retail food within UAE, and this is the surge itself. This is just for us to understand the e-commerce, how it plays part or a big part in the food market in UAE. Now, the food service is very important for us. I'll tell you why. If you look at these slides that are here, and you realize, number one, that UAE consumer food service, the outlets, in other words, the place you go, consume your food, eat your food, that outlet is the food service. Now, looking at the slides here, you realize that it is also growing significantly. But then, good people, look at the last part of that slide, and you will see the regions that are actually dominating the people, where they come from, and the markets that are controlling this. Look at this. The Asian, Middle Eastern, North American, Europeans, and Latin America and others, they have got a lot of restaurants. Why? Restaurants that actually serve food taste from people, that meet the requirements of people from those areas. But the big question is this: what about Africa? Now, remember I say this, UAE has a population of 11 million people, all right? Now we are working with numbers. Of these 11 million people, about 700,000 are Africans, or are from Africa, let me use that word. Now, of these 700,000 from Africa, about 40 to 60,000 are Kenyans. This is about 0.5% of the UAE population, okay? Now, going to the 700,000, that's about 6.4 thereabout percent of Africans living and working in the UAE. So 6.4%, then it simply means that they should have outlets that perhaps are serving their tastes. What does that mean? There are opportunities in UAE to set up outlets for food. Are we together? So that also means, I know you're going to UAE, and one of the things you're looking for perhaps is nyama choma, the way you do it in Kenya, the way you eat it in Kenya, and you have to walk around looking for it. Now, for us, there are significant opportunities if one is to set outlets. And I don't want to discuss about that now, but I'll be happy to talk about it with someone after this presentation or later on during the networking session. Of course, consumer food service, online ordering, like I mentioned, the growers of those country, of that region and the others, it's growing. So that means that even if I have an outlet, I have a retail, facility in UAE or in Dubai, in this case, the demand will consistently be there for me. Now, this is very interesting as a slide. Why? Because as much as it is talking of UAE as a trade hub, there are three things I want you to see here. Number one, UAE has consistently been a target market for Kenya, especially when it comes to exports of fresh fruits and vegetables, and tea as well, and coffee, which is also growing. But then when you look at the other slide, it is because of time I'm trying to run, you realize 27% of all that is exported to UAE is re-exported. What does that mean? If tea leaves Kenya, if coffee leaves Kenya, and as you see later on, there is a significant portion of it that is re-exported to other markets. All right? So probably it's value added, it is packaged, and then it is also sold to other markets. When fresh fruits leave Kenya, there's a part that is consumed in UAE, but there's also a significant part that is re-exported to GCC. And the reason is because over time, UAE, and more specifically Dubai, has positioned itself as a strategic logistics global logistics hub that many exporters have used because of the efficiency, the facilities it offers for exporters in this case. So that green part is the one I want you to see, that 27% of the exports that get to UAE are ideally re-exported. Now, when it comes to, in terms of diversification, who are the biggest or largest exporters to UAE? And this is also very important for you to note. When you look at this slide, the largest exporter to UAE, when I talk about F&B, is everything, food and beverage, from coffee, everything else put together, is Brazil, followed by India, Indonesia, Australia, and the like. Now, you see there's the last one there called others. Now, tell your neighbor we are in the others. Yes. So we need to move from the others to at least being mentioned somewhere. Are we together? So the others constitute about 46.7%, Kenya included. And you realize one thing, by the way, you don't see any African country there among the top exporters to UAE on F&B. So how do we move from the others and become a major exporter to be counted, even if you say 2% or 3%? Now, then the other slide is then after all this goes to UAE and Dubai, remember I talked about re-exportation. Now then, these are the countries on the other side are the ones now importing from Dubai. And the part that leads that is, of course, Saudi Arabia, followed by Iran, Oman, and the like. And then again, still we have the others at the end. Again, we are in the others. I would rather we be in the others there, but we move from the others from this side. Right? All right. Now, so what are these products that these countries are exporting? And do they resonate with us as a country? Like I said, these products that UAE is importing, the leading of it, the leading product is meat, okay? Followed by fresh fruits and nuts. Dairy are these things that we do locally, beverages, animal vegetables, and the list goes on in that. But again, I point my finger to the item that from the last, which is coffee, tea, and spices, which we do what? We export to UAE. Now, on the flip side of it, jump to the next part of that slide. What do you notice? Now, this is what they import, then they re-export those products on the other side. Again, value added, and the list goes on. What do you see significantly there? Of course, meat comes down because why? Meat is largely, the meat they import is largely consumed in UAE itself, okay? But I want you to go to the second item, which is what? Coffee and tea. Now, do you notice something? In this slide here, coffee and tea is among the list, all right, imported products. But on that side, it's among the top two, the top three, may I say so, in terms of exports. This coffee goes out as value added, tea and coffee. And that is why if you go to someone in Dubai, they'll tell you, we export more tea than you Kenyans. Are we together? So, I'm just about coming to the end. Right, so now look at these slides. My last slides. I've just taken a few products for us to think about. Potato is one of the items I want to think about. If you look at these slides, the first one, the first part of it, the largest exporter of potato to UAE is Pakistan. And you realize they supply throughout the year. The next that follows there is Egypt. But then, my interest is in where you see it's circled in red. That is the opportunity to import in Dubai. If we are able to produce potato to market standards, then we can leverage those months in Dubai. Because of time, the second product is orange. Still, I will not spend much time. The circle in the red, those are months that you can leverage to export oranges to UAE and Dubai in this case. Lentils, the same thing. Let me not dwell that much on that. Allow me to jump this and come to this important slide. Because then we are saying, how then do we take advantage of this? Most of us business people and business leaders who are here are aware that Kenya and UAE recently signed the Comprehensive Economic Partnership Agreement that is moving to the next stage of implementation. Now, that is important because what happens is, once implemented, then it is able to push trade between these two regions. Why? Because tariffs will be addressed, trade barriers will be addressed, and greater access to this market. So I'm mentioning this because leaders of the chamber are here, government leaders are here. It is important that when this comes to implementation, it does not remain to be just a document that is signed, but relevant people will take advantage of this. So, last and not the least, let me just move to the conclusion. I'll share this with the chamber for them to share with you. Like I said, takeaway homes. Why is food and beverage in UAE very important? Because of the growing population, influx of tourists, and number 3, it is the disposable incomes. I'll only mention the last bit of it, which is the last one there, which is the Dubai Chamber International offices. Like ourselves, we're here to help you get into that market, get to know how you can do business in Dubai and how you can invest in Dubai. So with that, allow me just to thank you so much for this opportunity, but I'm here to engage even more with businesses. Please, we were told in the morning we can network, let's exchange cards, and let's get business happening. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Let's clap for him. Tumpigieni makofi mazuri. Thank you so much, Mr. Gadhu, for the wonderful presentation. Now, at this juncture, I would like to welcome the chairperson of the Kenya National Chamber of Commerce and Industry, Uasin Gishu chapter, Mr. Kncci. He will take over from this particular point. Tumpigie makofi mazuri. Karibu sana chairperson, tumpigie makofi hadi afike. Thank you.
So thank you very much. Once again, the chair persons who are present here with us today, the chairperson KDIC, Mrs. Hannah Muredi, the chairperson EPZA, Advocate Richard Cheruiyot, the board directors, the CC Trade Uasin Gishu County, the leadership of the chamber led by NGC members from different counties present here, the leadership of Uasin Gishu County Chamber, members of the business community, good evening. So my name is Willie Kncci. I'm the chairman, Kncci Uasin Gishu chapter. I'm also serving at the board of EPZA as a board director, and I'm also a businessman in this region. I'm proprietor Eldoret Chemist Limited here in North Rift region. So I think it's good to introduce yourself well, so that if we meet, you know the kind of a person. Then I'm sorry I forgot our sponsors. Also, we are really appreciating you, AR, and the whole team. We really appreciate you. So because of time, that's why you see I'm really rushing, because we intended to have this event very short. We have our keynote presenter, Mr. Ajay Shah, who will present to us today on business succession plan, the real scenario, because Mr. Ajay Shah is the director of the Rupa Mall and also the Kncci group of companies. Where we are here today, they are the proprietors and they are our host today, and we want to listen to their story as other business people, because for them, they've done generation of business for more than or almost 100 years. So if you hear about that, even us as a country, we've not reached 100 years, just as a country, not even in business. So wherever you are, Mr. Jesha, we are eager to listen to you, so that also we can have our businesses moving to many generations from here. I really want to introduce. We have so many dignitaries, and we had another function during the day, and we have the leadership of the Uasin Gishu governor, and they all members of that leadership were here, and we were engaging the youth when we were training them. So maybe for the visitors who are not there, don't be surprised that the governor or the leadership is not here. They were here much early, and this event is for 3 days, so they'll still join us later, but they are well represented by our able CEC Trade Engineer Mother Cheruto. So I want to recognize just the leadership of Kncci Uasin Gishu. Just rise up wherever you are and wave, please. Good. Those are the directors from Uasin Gishu. County Vice Chairman is there. We'll do proper interactions tomorrow because of time, kindly. You don't have time. Then I also wish to recognize the leadership of Kncci from other counties. If you are here, please. I know we have vice chairman, chairpersons from other counties. Kindly be upstanding. Good. So we have Vice Chairman Kncci Trans Nzoia County with us, and the whole Trans Nzoia board will be joining us tomorrow. There'll be Busia County Kncci here with us. And also we have the chairperson Kncci Kirinyaga County. She's here with us, Madam Pauline. So asanteni sana. I also know that we have other government agencies that have joined us. Let me recognize first the CEOs, not the ones who are sponsoring us. Our guest CEO from CMS. Can you just come here and introduce yourself very fast, please?
Thank you. Good evening, everyone. I'll stand on already existing protocols. My fellow brothers and sisters, my name is Jacob Nyangute Maga. I'm the CEO of Commodity Market Exchange. And Commodity Market Exchange is the first commodities exchange in Kenya. We are regulated by the Capital Market Authority. What we do is we link people who produce to those people who need particular products. The difference is we use what we call futures contracts. So for this region, a farmer can sell their maize, wheat, milk, sugar, even before they produce it, way in advance. And for business people who are processors, you can also buy that commodity, assuring yourself of supply from years in advance. On the other hand, farmers can also get financing for crop that they have already produced. I'm sure most of you have heard about the electronic warehouse receipt. So that is the application that we're doing. Maybe I'll just take 1 second to speak to the young people who are here today. I know most of you have dreams and aspirations that you are looking to accomplish. Your dreams are not too small. Don't dream this big. Dream so wide that anything that you do will inspire the next generation. And don't look at money. Money will follow you. Money will follow you all the way. When we started CMX, it was a dream. We didn't have any funding, or we didn't have an uncle, an aunt, or a sister who had money. It was just a pure dream, and we built it. And right now, in terms of valuation, we are up there with the others. I won't talk about anything else to you other than think big, dream big. Finally, let me just leave it there. For those of you who we are going to have meetings, we can have meetings and sessions there. Thank you.
Thank you very much, CEO. We have 3 days, so we can still engage you even tomorrow or on Saturday. So I'm aware we have a representative of the county commissioner. That's the national government. I don't know whether he's here with us. A representative of county commissioner, please. Yes, you can wave, just wave. Thank you very much. We know you've really supported us so much. We also have our sponsors, and first let me appreciate all the exhibitors that participated and supported the Eldoret International Business Forum. This is the 3rd edition, and this year we've had a lot of sponsors. You know, in terms of response, it has been actually the best among the 3 years we've hosted this event. Today, we had more than 150 sponsors and exhibitors participating. Hebu mjipigie makofi, mwapige makofi. So I know it may not be possible for me even to mention each exhibitor in this forum, but we have 3 days and we have different levels of sponsorship. So there are different benefits. So all the exhibitors, we really appreciate you so much. We have our silver sponsors. If they are here, maybe I'll request them to come in front. Kindly introduce yourself. You can tell us what you are doing very briefly, because we really don't have a lot of time. We are really waiting for our keynote speaker. So, silver sponsors, please. Let me just call you by name if you are here. So, Savo Real Estate, Boma Hospitality College, Kncci. Yes, if they are not there, it's okay. Maybe we'll, okay. Karibu.
Hi, good evening. I think I'll stand on the existing protocols. My name is Njambingare. I am a fire partner in Savo. You may ask what a fire partner does. Tembea to our booth, I'll be able to explain that. So, I've been given less than 5 minutes. I talk a lot, but mkona bahati, I have a cold, so you're very safe from that. Anyway, what does Savo do? I really don't want to tell you what Savo does. I want to talk to you about a book I'm reading called The Parable of the Pipeline. Anyone ever heard of that book? About Bruno and Pablo? Who knows them? So anyway, The Parable of the Pipeline is about 2 men. 2 of them are fetching water from a river and taking it to their village. But after going on for some time, Pablo realizes this is just too much work. It's wasting my time. You carrying a mtungi all the way up the hill, down the hill, was consuming too much time. So Pablo sat back, stopped working, and thought, what can I do better? But in this case, his friend Bruno aliona, this one doesn't make sense. Let me just continue working harder. And at this time, when Pablo is just chilling and relaxing, Bruno is busy fetching water, making a lot of money, delivering the water to the village. But he's not stopping to think, what is my friend Pablo doing that he's not even worried? Mimi nachota maji and just taking it to the village and making my money. After some time, Pablo shows up with his pipeline, built from the river all the way up to the village. At this time now, Pablo is left in awe because I am carrying I'm carrying a lot more water, consuming a lot of energy, and I am not even delivering as much as Pablo. So what does the parable of the pipeline tell us? 1, the first point I get is the bucket. So you have a bucket carrying water. What does the bucket mean in this case? So you are earning your income, your active income. You're employed, you're paid, you consume your income. The day the job goes, you stop having your bucket. In this case, you stop having your active income. The second thing is the pipeline. So have you built a system investments that would work for you in case the bucket breaks. Number 3, work smarter. I mean, you don't have to carry the water. You can take a minute, take a step back and see what works. And then finally, do you know delayed gratification actually works? So yes, I would want you to visit our booth. I show you how you can earn like Pablo while you sleep. Yes, so that is what Savo does. We help you earn while you sleep. And we do that through affordable, amazing apartments. Thank you so much.
Thank you for this opportunity. My name is Kemboi Stephen from Rift Valley Technical Training Institute. I'm a tutor there, in charge of collaborations and projects. Here we came with some innovations, 10 of them. And what we are doing as a public institution is to skill the youth and anyone who wishes to get a skill for employability. Today or this evening, I want to only highlight what we've come up with in terms of innovations. What we have done is about a 3-wheeler kind of automobile which is driven by solar, that is powered by solar, which is also on exhibition. Tomorrow, if you find time, pass by there, you will be able to see that and works. Number 2 is development of our natural and cultural heritage, the brand of Mursik. You must have taken. That one we've done it in a way that we tap the fumes from that magic stick or wood that is used to make that Mursik. And instead of using that traditional kind of, preparing the quad, you have to now use the fume, which can be transported. And you just simply put a drop in maybe a vessel where you have kept your milk, whether fresh milk, but you want to have that taste, or the Mursik already fermented, but you want to have that taste of Mursik. The mala, you change it to Mursik. You know, there's a difference between mala and Mursik. Yeah, so you put that, and your milk remains white, very white, but you will get the taste. Please pass by there, have a sip of a cup, and you will be there. We are doing innovations, but we have come here so that these innovations that we have may be absorbed into the market. That is commercialization. What our youth is lacking is those people who will pick them or support them in a way and walk them through until they become companies in future. So you as investors, interested partners and collaborators, let us support this youth. About 10 innovations here, but all TVET fairs that we've done across the country require that support, SMEs and all that. We've been working closely with the Chamber of Commerce in order to link us. When the Council of Governors were also here, they supported us greatly so that we are able to. But we are making strides, we want to be there. TVET sector is being asked to be producers. We want also to produce and export. The way Gaido has mentioned here, we need to be part of it, that we will collect all that through either the Chamber of Commerce or any organization that will have come up, but the TVET sector will have produced. With the machines that we have, we can also be enabled to tap that energy. Thank you very much. A lot shall be shared as we continue. God bless you.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. It is good that the gentleman who just spoke about TVETs, because I represent one proudly. And it is good that he talked about Mursik and something else that I had not previously heard, because we are a Pan-African institution and we are very, very particular about culinary arts. We are also very particular, especially about our own African cuisine, because we want to push the story of our own cuisine. Because you will agree with me, especially those of you who have been to school and trained in culinary arts, there's a lot of cuisine pushed to us from the international scene. We have a lot of French cuisine, we have a lot of European cuisine. International cuisine's been shoved down our throat. But now we are proud, and we are proudly championing for our own African cuisine. And we are actually even holding yearly competitions for our own chefs to drive and push for our own agenda of African cuisine. But anyway, I was here to tell you about Boma International Hospitality College, which is a social enterprise, one of the 5 social enterprises for Kenya Red Cross Society. We, of course, have done a lot in tourism and hospitality. We are very, very passionate about hospitality. We'll talk more about this, especially when the youth are here during the day, so that we can see how we can partner with the youth and how we have gone about partnering with the youth and business people like yourselves and the youth who perhaps want to go into business, into not only train them and equip them for the industry, but also prepare them and incubate their businesses through various models that we have. We have worked with people like KCB Foundation, MasterCard Foundation themselves, Tourism Fund, to provide opportunities for the youth to train with us, basically scholarships, to train with us and prepare them for an industry that is ready. I had someone here talk about jobs. Actually, the governor here, His Excellency, spoke about jobs, that we are training people, but there is no transition into jobs. But however, we have a rife market out there. We have, like for example, in the hospitality industry, the food business, you can never go wrong with food. People will always want to eat, right? But it is about how you manage that food. It is about how you manage that business and push that business out there and prepare yourself for that business that makes the difference of whether you will be Pablo or what was the other gentleman's name? Bruno. Thank you. Whether you will be Pablo or Bruno. Now, just to tell you a little bit about us, as we said, we are very Pan-African in how we think, we are very Pan-African in how we feel, and we are very Pan-African in who we are as an institution. And we have borrowed a lot from the Swiss curriculum that is very, very tactile in how it trains. Now, of the solutions that we give, for example, for the people who are transitioning from high school into and looking for a place in the job market, we have diplomas, we have certificates, but we also have things that are there for people who, I had someone talk about cruise ships earlier today, and we have people who, in cruise ships, they're looking for very, very specific roles such as baristas. Yes, the people who make your coffee and put a nice flower on top of it. They're looking for people such as chocolatiers. They're looking for people such as mixologists. And these are some of the trainings that we're doing to ensure that the youth are prepared for the job market. Not only are we doing that, but we are ensuring that, as Mr. Chair comes to take the mic, we are ensuring that whoever we take in and whoever we bring in as a trainee with us, we are also exposing them into the industry. And we have found, like most recently, we have done a project with, a pilot project with an NGO called TICO, and there was a 42% transition from training into gainful employment. And these were from people who are very, very less fortunate in the society, people who could previously not be able to afford for themselves, and people who had gone through very traumatic situations in the past. So we can see that there is mobility from training and to gainful employment. We will talk more tomorrow about our solutions, among other things. Thank you so much for your time. Let us see each other at the tent, right? Asante.
Thank you very much. I know we don't have a lot of time. If there is anyone from CPF, these are silver sponsors, they are not there. CPF, I know your group CEO will be the keynote speaker tomorrow, so you will have a lot of time tomorrow. So thank you very much, CPF. Kenya Power, anybody from Kenya Power? There are silver sponsors. I know we'll have time with them again tomorrow. Zoho, we'll have time tomorrow. So, okay, just, yes, 2 minutes only, because you are given time, lunchtime.
Thank you. Good evening, everyone. The way Chairman has said, I'll take exactly 2 minutes. Are there any Zoho customer here? Anyone who is using Zoho? Thank you. Very good. So that reduces my time by another 20 seconds. So we are a technology company. Globally, we have our customers across the globe. Originally started in India, and now we have been in Kenya for past 5 years. So what do? We provide softwares to run your day-to-day activities in your business. So you name any activity in your business, we can digitalize it. It can be as simple as bookkeeping. It can be just invoicing, inventory management, digital signing, email, attendance management, or chatbots, or analytics tools. So you name anything that you do in your business, we provide softwares, right? And how do we help in our region? We do 2 different things so that we are able to digitalize the better businesses in the country. Number one, in terms of pricing, we are one of the lowest priced product globally, even if you are comparing with Microsoft's or any of the CRMs across the world. And also we have discounted it for Kenya market, and we provide it in shillings. So if you're buying any software, most likely you end up, all the time you end up buying in dollars, but we provide it in shillings. So you are not budgeting your budget doesn't change every year. It remains same for at least 3-4 years. The second thing, we also partner with the multiple companies like Kncci. Kncci, you'd have heard our session in the afternoon. We also have partnered with Women in Business in Kenya from Nairobi. JQuad, JHub, so companies like Eldoret and others, we are open for partnership. So in this partnership, we support the members of those organizations who can buy our software at a reduced price, or we give valid credit. So we are open for any of those partnerships as well. So if you want to digitalize your business, visit our tent tomorrow. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Very precise. I wish to recognize some sponsors here at the level of brass. Ginue Growth Program, if they are represented here, they can wave. Ginue, they are not there. Camco, they can wave. Inkomoko, yes, they are there. Thank you very much, Inkomoko. Absa Bank, thank you very much. Madison Insurance, they are not there. Nova Pioneer School, thank you very much. Kenya Network Information Center, they are not there. ICEA Lion Insurance, thank you very much, ICEA. Rupa Hospitals, yes, she's there. Director, thank you very much. Ecobank, thank you very much. Branch Manager. Mwangi's Beauty Parlor. Okay. And then finally, Eldoret. So they are part of our brass sponsors. And tomorrow we'll have a lot of time for all of you, especially sponsors and exhibitors. Today we really want to finish much early so that we can prepare for tomorrow. I also want to say we have some invited guests, and one guest I wish that he can just say something for around 5 minutes is Mr. David Tangi. He's a board director, Kenya Tourism Board, and he's been a business trainer for many years. And I said much earlier, I need to introduce myself well, so that when I'll talk about my trainer, then you'll know the kind of a person who's been training us in terms of issues business. So he's been training me. I've been his students since 2014. I've never missed his class. He's trained me once per year since 2014. So he's someone I respect, and I also really wish that you can listen to him. We can give him 5 minutes. He's a host of Business and Money TV program on KTN. I don't know whether some of you have seen him at KTN. You've seen him? Thank you very much. And also, Director Tangi is the chairman of the CITAM Business Forum. Is the chair of the CITAM Business Forum. So he's a great man. I respect him very much. Kindly, sir, we are giving you 5 minutes. Tell us something. I know you have a lot, but just condense. You are a very good teacher. Thank you. Thank you. Karibu.
Thank you very much, Chairman. A clap for him. Let me ride also on the protocols that are already established, so that I take the least of time in making my speech. So, ladies and gentlemen, very delighted indeed to be here today. Introduction has been done a little bit, but I'm here courtesy of the Kenya Tourism Board. I would like to begin by thanking the Kenya National Chamber of Commerce and Industry, this chapter of Uasin Gishu, and I'll give you a reason why we need to really appreciate what this team is doing for the work that they are doing in planning for this summit. At the Kenya Tourism Board, our core mandate is to promote Kenya as a destination of choice, both locally and globally. We believe that tourism thrives in environments where trade, infrastructure, innovation, and investments are actively growing. And that is why it is in our interest that actually what Kenya National Chamber of Commerce is doing should be supported. As you promote Eldoret as an industrial and commercial powerhouse, we at KTB see a parallel opportunity to position this city and its surrounding as a compelling destination for both domestic and international visitors. Yesterday, I had a meeting with someone who told me there's really nothing special about Eldoret. I beg to differ, and that person is a hospitality manager. The North Rift, where this great city resides, is rich with promise. Ladies and gentlemen, from the dramatic escarpments of the Kerio Valley to the geothermal spectacles of Lake Bogoria, to the cultural wealth and sporting legacy of this region, there is no shortage of experiences that may be used to spur business, spur trade, and be able to pull people to be able to come to this place. Over the last 9 years, I have personally studied and followed growing cities, both in Africa and the world. Kenyan cities have enormous potential, and certainly Eldoret is one of them. But we are still lagging behind. If you look at Ibadan in Nigeria, or even Abuja in Nigeria, if you look at Abidjan, if you look at even closer here, Addis Ababa, or even Kampala, and even Dar es Salaam, then you know there is much that we need to do. Now, looking at the economic performance of the NOREP counties, you will notice that NOREP contributes about 9.4% of Kenya's GDP. And out of that 9.4%, Uasin Gishu takes the lion's share. But even as it takes the lion's share, the average per capita income of the NOREP is about $1,200, which is almost $1,000 lower than the Kenyan average. Cities like Dubai have continued to grow, and some of you, and thanks the brother who talked about Dubai, there is what they refer to as D33 or Dubai 2033, where they seek to double their growth in every aspect. Of course, you saw their per capita income, $49,500, when as a country we are just slightly above $2,000. Last year, and we saw in the numbers, 8.7, I had 18.2. He said 18.7 people visited Dubai. That is about 1.5 million people per month, almost slightly above 50,000 people every single day. You know, if that kind of people were visiting Eldoret, then I can tell you everything will literally go up. Because even if they were just to buy toothpaste, all of them, the level of commerce that will be happening is huge. If they were just to eat mandasi, just mandasi alone, everybody will feel it down to our villages. We talk about Dubai and Singapore quite a bit. 16.5 million people visited Singapore last year, and it will be very interesting for you to know that They went there because of attractions, and they went there because of commerce. So the reason why we need to support Kenya National Chamber of Commerce in this place is because if the Eldoret chapter grows, then certainly the entire place, the 8 counties, will also grow together with it. We have Nandi and Trans Nzoia that are coming very close, but they are still a little bit distant. Both of them contributing about 1.6% to Kenya's economy. Those contributions are really very small. But do you know, if Eldoret is pushed to go up by what Kenya National Chamber of Commerce is doing, if Eldoret is pushed to go up, then it means the entire belt, the whole Noreb and possibly even Western region will be able to enjoy quite a bit. At KTB, we really desire that our cities grows because we know if our cities grows, then everything will be there for our people. One of the most exciting avenues for growth in this region, is sports tourism. Kenya's global reputation is a powerhouse of long-distance running, and we know that is undisputable. The names of our world-beating athletes, many of whom train right at our backyard here in Eldoret and across the North Rift, are etched in Olympics history and the global admiration. Recognizing this, the Kenya Tourism Board has positioned Kenya Home of Champions as one of the country's official bucket list. And we are marketing it very aggressively out there. And these bucket list experiences were proudly launched by His Excellency the President as part of the Kenya's bold vision to diversify our tourism offering beyond wildlife and beach. Because, you know, many people that come to Kenya, they just know us for wildlife, they know us for the beach, but there is a lot. And certainly this region is home to so much that we need to be able to support, especially as business people. We are collaborating with athletes, county governments, and even individual athletes themselves to develop authentic experiences, such as guided training sessions, visits to champions' villages, inspirational talks, and even interactive sporting events that visitors can participate. This is more than tourism. It is also a celebration of global excellence. So Eldoret, Iten, Kapsabet, and the surrounding regions from the beating heart of this initiative, the Home of Champions narrative is not just a slogan, it is a lived reality here. Because, you know, when we talk about the Home of Champions, we are really talking about, oh, this is a city of, this is a city of champions, but collectively we call ourselves as Kenya the Home of Champions. As Kenya seeks to expand and diversify in tourism offerings beyond traditional circuits, the North Rift, ladies and gentlemen, stands ready. But to unlock this potential, and it is very important for you to hear this, we must invest. To be able to tap into this great potential, we must invest in infrastructure, in hospitality, in creative storytelling, and in marketing. The reason we're here is because the Rupas decided to make this kind of an investment. But this is not enough. We need more. The only way that a lot can be brought to Eldoret is if we are also doing much in investment. So in hospitality, in creative storytelling, as I've said, and in marketing, I therefore challenge and invite the business community gathered here today, consider tourism, not only as a leisure industry, but as a strategic investment opportunity. People want to come to Kenya. People, by the way, people are tired of going to Naivasha, but where else can they go? People are tired of going to Mombasa, but where else can they go? Eldoret, you have not given them where to go. You have not told them that they can come here. So I want to believe that we need to be equal to the task. There is demand for more conferencing facilities, boutique accommodations, curated cultural experiences, and digital tourism platforms. KTB is ready to work with you, that I can assure you, to amplify these opportunities through destination branding, joint campaigns, and strategic partnerships. We are also working closely with county governments, as I said earlier, tourism associations, and other national agencies to ensure that our regional tourism circuits are competitive, well promoted, and aligned with Kenya's vision for inclusive growth. To conclude, as Eldoret continues to rise as a center of trade And Chairman, we really want to support what you are doing. And as I said before, we really need to support Eldoret to go up so that it can pull these other counties and these other towns in the neighborhood. Let it also rise as a beacon of tourism. We want that to be very much clear, cultural pride and hospitality. Let the world discover not just where champions are made, but where opportunity, culture, and adventure live at the same time. Thank you once again for the opportunity to speak. Bwana Chairman, I look forward to to our fruitful engagement ahead, to working together to elevate Eldoret and the entire North Rift circuit into one of Kenya's premier destination. We wish you the very best as you continue making the investments. Asanteni sana.
Thank you very much. Tumpigie makofi tena. So as I hand over the program to our MC again, I really want to appreciate all of you, all the dignitaries who've been able to attend this important forum today. I recognize the TVET champion. I know when the Rift Valley Technical Dean was speaking, we have the TVET champion, Mr. Dipen Shah. You can, yeah, but yes, he's here with us. It's only because of time. That's why we'll not give you an opportunity to say anything to us, but we still have time tomorrow and even Saturday. I once again recognize distinguished business people that are here with us from this region. The chairman, the two chairmen we have from the state corporations, we really appreciate you so much. The chamber leadership, our CEC trade, I know will still be with you together, and all of you, I request that we take the few minutes just to listen to the next presenters. I know time has moved, and for our sponsors, it's because of time, because we really want to still give you an opportunity tomorrow and, you know, to retire. $5 minutes so that we can retire early. Tomorrow you are still the same sponsors and we'll still give you time. So kindly shorten so that we have time for our keynote speaker, Mr. Ajay Shah, that we really want to listen so that we can move our business to the next generations. So karibu sana MC, thank you very much.
Once again, let's clap for the chairperson. Tumpigie makofi mazuri. And now, ladies and gentlemen, when we started this evening session, I told you that we're just about to have very interesting conversations as business people. That is exactly what we are doing. So I just want to urge you that you at least stretch and adjust your chair, because we're now going into the next level where we're going to look at a few presentations. So let me give you an opportunity to stretch officially. This one in an official session to stretch. Just do this. Jiwachilie tu kidogo. Jiwachilie tu kidogo. Make sure thank you so much for that. Now, I really appreciate the way our sponsors. So I'm actually getting very good donations of time to make sure that our keynote gets enough time. So trust me, the presentations will be short, precise, but packed with knowledge. So without wasting much time, allow me to call the first presenter, not actually the first, but the next presenter for the evening, Transept. So Transept, it is your time to give us your presentation, led by your General Manager, Madam Rosemary Wangari. Karibu sana. She's been here before. Tumpigie makofi mazuri. Yeah, thank you so much. And as you introduce yourself, I'll help you set up.
Okay. Good evening once again. So we are among the people who've donated the 5 minutes because we've been here before and we are grateful, but I didn't come alone as much as I've been here. I have a team from Transnep. Quickly just say your name, then we can summarize our presentation.
Good evening, everyone. Koech Nicholas. Good evening, Wycliffe Lukale.
Good evening, Samantha Koske.
Thank you for obedience. So Sam and Nick and Wiki, you can sit down. Then we can make a quick presentation. So like we said earlier, we are an insurance brokerage, but we like using the word intermediary because the intermediary is the advocate, is the person who is at the center of you as a client, knowing what fits you and what fits your business in terms of insurance. So because we had mentioned what we do, and as per our banner, we do medical insurance, we do life and pension, motor vehicle, risk assessment is what we discussed at length, and finally, fund administration. So because there are many people who sell insurance, so why Transnep? So for us, it's because we are very client-centric and we have the client-focused service delivery and also efficiency in claims processing. We have our clients that have put a fund with us. Fund meaning that you can be insured by Madison, was mentioned, you can be insured by AR, one of our major partner, but some clients can choose to have a fund. They pool money, they place it at Transnep. So we have another license called MIP, apart just being licensed as a broker. So you pool money with us, and so you can continue utilizing that money. The underwriter or the insurance can have some exclusions, but then as a HR department, you can opt to have some things that even if they're not paid by the insurance, you have a fund. So that's why in terms of claims processing, that comes in, and also the competitive premium and cost savings. Meaning we will go to the underwriters we have mentioned, negotiate quotations for you. So if you go direct, you might not get as the what we call the discount, because for us we negotiate on volumes. Like AR, we have business with them. So if I come and say I have an extra client, our CFO here will be kind enough to extend a discount rather than you going direct. So with that, I will ask Nicholas to mention briefly about general insurance, and then we can proceed.
So let me just mention only about general. There is this motor vehicle insurance. I know that is common to everyone. You know, we have contractors all risk. You are a contractor working inside, it is a requirement. We have also WIBA, Work Injury Benefit Act. We have also bonds, performance bonds. We have bid bonds. And I know someone mentioned that they are in entrepreneurs, some are professional. So those who are doing maybe in transport, we have what we call also GIT, good, which are GIT, good transport insurance. We also have what we call this one, professional indemnity. If you are a lawyer, I know doctors, they also require in case of any professional mistake which you might make. And so many more. Because of time, let me give her to finalize. Thank you.
So I think slides have moved, but I just want to emphasize about one key value addition. So when you come to us, we have what we call data analytics. So we prepare a lot of health education for our clients, especially in medical. This is the reason when we work with the underwriters, we are able to take take the performance of the scheme, and you see numbers don't lie, right? Do numbers lie? Do numbers lie? So we are able to take your performance as a company and then tailor-make a session for you and give health education. Of course, with partners like Rupa in Eldoret, Real, and all those that have been mentioned. For example, just to quickly discuss this slide, the recent reports that we've given our client that hypertension is the second most prevalent diagnosis in Kenya. And the slides have really moved, but it's okay. So you can see from the slide here, apart from the cold, the upper respiratory tract infections. This is what we call homa or flu in simple language. We advise our clients that you don't even have to go to the hospital with such conditions because they eat up your cover. So we give you solutions where you can do telemedicine. You can call doctors and they can actually deliver medication to your location, whether in the office or at home. If you look at essential primary hypertension, which is at 5.5, what do we do with that information? We talk to the team about how to reverse that. Is it exercise? Be it diet? So we use numbers, data analytics, and to form health education for our clients. In summary, our partners, ICA, Jubilee, Britam, AAR, all those. There is no company in this country we can't approach on your behalf. So we are not biased and we go for the best. Finally, we've talked about that. Our clients, I must say that in this region, we cover Nandi County is one of our clients. Elgeyo Marakwet is one of our clients. And we are hoping to have many more in this region. So with that, I hope we've done justice with our 5 minutes. Thank you very much.
Let's clap for them. Thank you so much for donating the other part of their time. And so the next presenters on stage are group that is just a minute, sorry. That is a KDIC led by the executive officer in Kenya, that is Madam Helen Chepkwony. Tuwapigieni makofi mazuri, tumpigie makofi hadi afike. Thank you so much. You have 5 minutes. Karibu sana.
Thank you very much. Good evening, everyone. Let me ride on the protocols that have already been established. My name is Helen Chepkwony. I'm the CEO of Kenya Deposit Insurance Corporation. I know some of you might not know about us, but you'll get to know us in a short while. Let me recognize the presence of my board chair, Mrs. Hannah Muridhi, here with us. And thank you to the Kenya National Chamber of Commerce, the Eldoret branch, for inviting us to be here. So the industry captains, the captains of industry, the CEOs and the MSMEs represented here, good evening once again. It is truly a pleasure to join you in Eldoret, a city that is not only the home of champions on the track, but is fast becoming a champion in trade, enterprise and industrial growth. This summit, themed Eldoret City, the rising hub of trade and industry in Africa, could not come at a better time because Eldoret is no longer just rising, Eldoret is soaring. And we are pleased to be part of this. And where trade and industry flourish, the financial system must work side by side, a stable, reliable and inclusive financial system. That is where Kenya Deposit Insurance Corporation, KDIC, comes in. As KDIC, our core mission is simple but powerful: to minimize bank failures, to protect depositors, and to promote public confidence in Kenya's banking sector. We exist to serve as a safety net for depositors, a pillar of stability and a guardian of trust in Kenya's financial system. So let me bring this home. When Mama Biashara in Eldoret deposits her earnings in a microfinance institution, she deserves peace of mind. When a small-scale business person opens a bank account to save up for their either border business or pay school fees, that money should be safe. And when our MSMEs, which form the beating heart of our economy, choose to grow through the formal banking sector, they must never fear losing it all. That is the promise KDIC helps to keep. Ladies and gentlemen, KDIC is a partner to the business community. We are here to assure you that your deposits are protected. We recognize the effort it takes to move from an idea to a registered business. Some of the presenters that were here earlier have mentioned the process they've gone through in their business journey, and we recognize that as KDIC. So we want to make this journey easier by helping build a safer financial system that is also inclusive. So when you put your money in a licensed financial institution, licensed and regulated by the Central Bank of Kenya, you are investing in the future of your business, and we are here to make sure that that investment is protected. Bank failures, though rare, do happen, and when they do, the ripple effects can be devastating, not just to the individuals, but to the economy at large. That is why confidence in Kenya's financial sector is very important. Without it, people hide their money in mattresses, businesses get in cash, growth slows down, and dreams stall. So at KDIC, in the unlikely event of a bank failure, we reimburse depositors up to Kenya shillings 500,000 of their deposit. And KDIC was established to support in early intervention. So we undertake early interventions. You'll notice that in the last 9 years, we've not had bank failures because we put more effort in ensuring that we intervene in those banks while they are still operating to ensure that they do not fail. Because when a bank fails, it disrupts business, it causes a lot of instability in the economy, and therefore we put so much effort as KDIC to ensure that we monitor the risks in those banks that you bank your money, and when necessary, we take swift action to protect depositors through what we call prompt resolution of failed banks and the timely reimbursement of depositors' protected deposits. Let me emphasize that our work is not just the technical part of it, but it's also deeply human. Behind every deposit is a child's school fees, a mother's dream, a young entrepreneur's first venture. We carry that responsibility with humility and determination. As KDIC, we do not take that trust lightly. So today, I have one message to the business community and to all Kenyans attending this summit. Put your money in regulated banks and microfinance institutions, grow your savings, access credit, build credit histories, expand your businesses, and know that KDIC is right here with you, making sure that when you grow, your money grows safely too. So let's all deepen the financial inclusion, and in that space, let us fortify financial stability, and let us make Eldoret not just a hub of trade and industry, but a hub of financial resilience and economic confidence for all. Thank you very much. Let's all continue to rise together. Thank you.
Asante sana, tumpigieni makofi mazuri. Thank you so much. Asanteni sana. You know, Bwana Chair, the first time I deposited 100,000 in a bank, I don't want to say the bank for obvious reasons. EcoBank was here and they may not be the ones I deposited with, and I need a few favors with them. But I remember, nilikuwa napitanga karibu na hiyo bank, ni make sure iko. Naamka naenda kupita hapo, naangalia kama bado wako. Lakini ningejua mko mapema hata kumbe singekuwa na wasiwasi. Tuwapigie makofi. Now, we're moving on very well. Allow me to welcome the chairperson of the EPZA. Karibu sana wakili, tumpigie makofi hadi afike. Karibu. And as we are setting up your laptop, you get a chance to introduce yourself as we also try to have your machine operating.
Allow me to ride on the protocols that have already been established. Good evening, everyone. As you've heard, my name is Richard Cheriot. I am the chairman of EPZA. EPZA is a state corporation which was formed in 1990 with the sole intention of promoting export-oriented manufacturing. And maybe before I say a few comments, I would like to run a video summarizing what we are doing here in Eldoret.
You'll just tap the pin.
Apologies for that technical problem. It's being sorted. I think we have an audio issue, so as a sort, allow me to quickly highlight a few issues about EPZA. Like I've mentioned, EPZA is a state corporation which was formed in 1990 with the sole intention of promoting, facilitating, and developing export-oriented manufacturing. And to achieve this objective of facilitating export-oriented manufacturing, what Parliament decided to do was to set up certain incentives to facilitate this. Some of these incentives are fiscal, that is money-related investments, incentives. Some of these things, for example, are tax holidays. We have corporate tax holiday for 10 years. For the first 10 years, you do not pay any corporate tax. We also have withholding tax for another 10 years. We also have VAT exemptions. So some of these are the incentives that the Parliament set up. We also have incentives of processes where, for example, we have a one-stop mechanism. Once you have one license, it sorts out all your issues within the EPZ. So what happens is that you get one license, and all the activities within the EPZ from NEMA, KRA, and all these other state agencies are handled within one shop. So this one helps us to cut around to shorten the turnaround time in our export processes. So once, for example, we have a container leaving at the river to Mombasa, it goes straight from at the river all the way to the ship. There will be no clearance at the port of Mombasa. The other incentive that was set up by the Parliament was physical incentives. This include these zones. We have these bonded zones where we have infrastructure that have been put in place. Roads have been set up, sewer systems have been set up, power lines have been set up, and also we put up sheds. So what happens is that as an investor, you come in, you plug and play. So those are some of the incentives that were put in by Parliament. So does everybody qualify to enjoy these incentives? Yes, everybody is entitled to these incentives, but you must go through a licensing process. Some of these licensing processes take between 20 to 30 days, everything kept constant. Sometimes we have issues that are caused maybe by paperwork from the investor and might take longer. So as part of this licensing process, there are some certain thresholds that you must meet. For example, your product must be for export. We do not give a license to somebody who is going to produce for local consumption. The other aspect is that your company must be new. Sorry. The other issue is that your company must be new. The reason why it must be new is because it enjoys certain tax incentives, and we do not want to create a situation where we run into problems with the Kenya Revenue Authority in terms of segregating which aspect of your business is under the EPZ and which aspect is outside the EPZ. So your company must be new, and it doesn't matter whether all of you are local or all of you are foreign. The other thing that once you have these licenses, then you will be able to enjoy some of these incentives that we have. And currently we have 3 types of licenses. Number 1, we have a developer license. This developer license is given to those people who want to construct premises or structures or sheds for manufacturing. Number 2, we have enterprise license. These are the people who are doing the actual manufacturing for export. And then number 3, we have service license. These licenses are issued to the support partners of the manufacturing entities. For example, banks, insurance companies who want to operate within an EPZ zone. What you are going to apply for is a service license. So once you have these licenses, then like I've mentioned, you are going to enjoy all these incentives, and some of the other services that we offer as EPZ is guidelines and advice. What happens is that a lot of the business within the EPZ derives from the many treaties that we've signed with many countries. Some of these treaties are highly technical, and you might not be able to understand them. So to unpack these treaties and to be able to advise you on the opportunities that are available in the various sectors, like for example, textile and apparel, agro-processing, cold chains and storage, transport and logistics, and all these other areas, for you to be able to understand, then you need to know what treaty do we have with UAE. For example, we have had a discussion from the team from UAE. They have told you some of the things that are happening there. So even when those opportunities are in UAE, like it has been explained to you, you will require to be taken through the treaties that we've signed with the UAE so that you know what you need to do. So those are some of the services that we offer at EPZ. What are the success stories within EPZ? Number 1, we have at the moment, currently, or using the data of 2024, we have a workforce of approximately 90,000 direct jobs within the EPZ. And that is only at the river and a few others there. Number 2, we've had an investment of approximately 172 billion in terms of investment within our EPZ. 3, we've had exports of about 124 billion in terms of export in the year 2024. We are hoping that this is going to improve. It's going to grow because we are setting up 5 other EPZ zones. One of them is here in Eldoret. So can we say these achievements are enough? Do you think they're enough? I don't think so. I think these achievements are not enough. So what has the government done to ensure that we move from where we are right now to a better place? Number 1, the government has carried out some reforms. We have currently ongoing are the reforms of the EPZ and the sister company called CESA. There are plans to merge these 2 companies so that we can project Kenya better to the international community. Number 2, the government, through the bottom-up economic agenda, came up with the idea of creating 5 new EPZ zones. So we have another EPZ in Kirinyaga, we have one in Murang'a, we have one in Nakuru, we have one in Busia, and we have one here in Eldoret. Hata mjafurahia Eldoret. Now, why did we choose Eldoret? Why did we choose to set up EPZ in Eldoret? We decided to set up EPZ in Eldoret because number one, we have a strong tradition and heritage in this town. For many years, Eldoret was known as a textile hub in the history of this country. We had Kncci, we had Rivertex, we had, which other company? Raymond, all these companies. So we want to recreate that environment that Eldoret was known for many years. Number two, Eldoret was in the process, in the pipeline of becoming a city, and which has now been realized. And we cannot have a city if we do not have an industrial base. So this EPZ of Eldoret is going to help to complement our Eldoret city status so that we also have an industrial park to support the livelihoods within Eldoret. Three, we have very successful infrastructures in Eldoret. One, we have the highway going all the way from Nairobi to the border. Then we have the other one coming all the way from Kabarnet, Iten, all the way to Kisumu. And recently, we have the bypass, we have the airport, and we have the railway. And I think when I woke up this morning, I knew I was going to come out and give a speech, but I think one of the things that is a highlight of this morning when I woke up was that there's an agreement that was reached in China that now this SGR is going to be extended to go through Eldoret. So we are going to have an SGR, and I think that is a big plus for our region. Number two, we have an airport. And like we were told by the chairman of Kncci, there are plans to expand the runway. And the reason why we want to expand this runway is so that we are able to accommodate bigger cargo and passenger planes within Eldoret town. So for the people of Eldoret, there are many things which are coming, and we want to welcome you to come and invest in Eldoret. EPZ Eldoret is at a place called Cherunya. It's on your way to Kapsabet, just before you reach next to Rivertex. It's about 3.5 kilometers from here. And what we have done at that zone is that we have put up an incubation industrial hub of approximately 12,000 square meters of industrial sheds. These ones we are hoping it is going to spur other investors to come and invest in Eldoret. So what we are going to do is that those four sheds are going to be given on the basis of first come, first serve. There are those investors who have already shown interest. We are asking all of you to take advantage. Eldoret and the environs, all these counties around Eldoret, we are all known as the bread basket of our country. All the food in this region, basically 80% comes from our region. And we want now not only to satisfy our own needs here in Eldoret, like you've been told in Dubai, there is a big gap in Dubai. So what do we need to do? We need now to deepen and widen the backward linkages. We need to go to the farmers and see how we can support these farmers so these farmers can produce sufficient food for our country as well as for export. And this is where now I want to talk to our county governments. Like you've heard from our speaker from the Dubai Chamber, it is not possible for individual farmers to produce sufficient food to be exported, leave alone America and the rest of the world, just to Dubai. So we want our governments to organize. We are requesting our county governments to organize very strong, well-funded, well-connected, and well-run cooperative societies. That is the only way we are going to penetrate the international market. If I'm going to farm on my 10 acres, I'm not going to be able to fill an Emirates Airlines to Dubai. It's not possible. So I'm asking our governments, our people, our citizens cannot do it on their own without the support of government. Government, please let's try to structure all these cooperative societies so that we can be able to bring a pool of people together who can do this business jointly. And you see, I'm not talking about Uasin Gishu County. We need to work as NOREP so that we know who produces potatoes within NOREP. Because we have Iten, we have Timboroa, we have, what's the other place? Yeah, all these places, we really need to coordinate them, and we need to have another layer of government where we are able to coordinate all these things. The government on its part has done many things. We have KDC, unfortunately, I think they were not invited. The government has put funding. So we want also to assist you, to connect you to government organizations that help with funding so that we are able to de-risk some of these investments that you have. And I want just to mention as I finish that some of the best clothes in the world are produced in Nairobi, in Athi River. I was talking to my friend. I thought I was giving him news, but he told me when he was in the USA, he saw all those Mark and Spencer and everything, and as he was sampling to try and buy, he wondered, why is it made in Kenya? So I think the other aspect that we now need to start discussing as a country is how do we expand the capacities of special economic zones like EPZ and CESA so that we start producing also clothes for ourselves and we stop the Mutumba business in our country so that we can give incentives so that even the low income earning people are able to put on decent quality clothes from our top manufacturing companies. So tomorrow we are going to continue talking. What we have arranged as EPZ during this session is that we have provided a bus which will be parked outside this building. We will be providing transport to our EPZ zone, which is about 3.5 kilometers from here. So I urge all our participants, please create time, because it will be shuttling maybe every 2 hours. Please create time to take a ride in our bus to EPZ, and you go and see what is happening there. What we are also going to do as EPZ is that we are going to move our regional office to Eldoret. As soon as we complete, we are expecting that this initial construction is going to be completed in the month of May. So as soon as it is completed, we are going to set up our office here, and this office is going to have all the information that you require to help you set up an EPZ factory. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. Tumpigieni makofi mazuri. Thank you so much for the wonderful information. And I just want to take very quick census as I invite the next speaker. Just before I invite them, if you've ever been to an EPZ factory, just clap once. Kama umeenda kwa EPZ factory, just clap once. Now, for those who have not been there, make an effort of going there. I think one problem, who remembers when we were a little bit younger, alafu ukipanda gari unaona miti ikikimbia? You know, the problem is it took me to an EPZ when I was a little bit younger, na nilikuwa naona watu wanashona nguo wanaenda mpaka wanafanana kuku. Wako so, need to visit there, and I went and also check 1 2. You can also get some inspiration, and you can also appreciate the opportunities that EPZ will bring into the city of Eldoret. Tuwapigeni makofi. Now, thank you so much. So the next person I would invite is somebody I've invited several times this particular day. So allow me to once again, ladies and gentlemen, welcome from AAR, our platinum sponsor, Mr. Osea. Karibu sana, Bwana Osea. Thank you. Tumpigie makofi mazuri. Thank you. Thank you.
Good evening. All protocols observed. I don't have a speech. I want to donate my time to Rupa Small. I think they have a very beautiful story. And in that story, just remember 20% of businesses, especially family-owned businesses, do not survive the first generation. So meaning you bequeath your wealth to the next generation. And statistics also say less than 3% go to the third and fourth generation. So we really want to hear that story over 100 years. And for us as AAR, we've been around for only 40 years, but we are doing very well. Just also to assure the MC that we are not going anywhere. Last year, with all your assistance, we wrote business of 12 billion. Just to assure you that we are very strong. We made a profit of about 600 million. We are in a very strong ecosystem. We're in a group made up of healthcare. You've seen our healthcare business here, AR Healthcare. We have 2 hospitals in Kampala, in Uganda, Nakasero Hospital and Kampala Hospital. We have a state-of-the-art hospital in Nairobi. So when you're in Nairobi, please visit AR Hospital. It's one of our hospitals. And we've expanded in the region. We are a regional company. We're also planning very soon to go to the DRC. Our balance sheet is very strong. Bwana MC, IRA, Insurance Regulatory Authority, requires us to have capital adequacy of 100%. We are at 160%. So we are very strong. We ask you, let's partner together. And the reason why we are doing this, sponsoring this event, is part of giving back to the community. We want to empower our business people. We want them to be very resilient in what they are doing. Our job is very simple, just to protect the wealth of all. So I want to protect your wealth of everybody. Then lastly, before I hand over, is remember we are talking about business. And from my background, I'm the group CFO at AR Insurance. I deal with money as the group CFO. And part of what I do is to ensure that our shareholders get a return on their investment. And there's a very big difference between an investment and savings. So savings is putting aside money for an emergency. Investment is putting your money in a place where you can get a return. And my parting shot is, if you are getting a return of less than inflation, what is our current inflation as business people? It ranges between 3.5 and let's say 5%. So if your return is less than that inflation, then you need to, we used to say in school, you need to pull up your socks. Because we really need to invest and grow our county and also grow the national economy. So thank you very much. I want to donate my time. I think I've only done less than 2 minutes. That was my intention. So thank you very much and may God bless you all. Thank you.
Thank you much. And just before you leave, kuja tupige selfie. Utachukua namba yangu alafu nitakutumia. Unajua ukisikia mahali kuna pesa, you know. Guys, you can also remove your phones and take selfies with the people seated next to you. You know you should know people. Please. Unisaidia, si ndio? Yeah. Now smile kama mtu ananijua. Thank you so much. Asanteni sana. Tumpigeni makofi. Nimesikia wakati ameanza kuongelea billions na 160% on top of what the regulator wants. Nikaona this is a person I want to be my friend. So you will take my number, I'll send you the photo and then we talking. Anyway, so the time has come. The time we've been waiting for is about to arrive. Okay.
Sorry, I'll do a lot of... We did not check. I didn't come alone, sorry. So I'm saying we'll do a lot of injustice if we don't introduce our team. Kindly just stand up. That is our group head of distribution, Mr. James Kamau. He's responsible for the 12 billion we talked about. Then group head of risk, she's called Grace Ann Kamau. Asante sana Grace Ann for coming. And I didn't see Mr. Isaac Kirwa, our regional manager. Asante sana. And he's also a director at Kncci, right? Yeah. And also, I think from our communication team, we also have Duncan here. Asante sana. And anybody else we've missed? Asante sana. Thank you so much.
Please, Mwana James, come on, make sure you also take a selfie with me. Thank you. Anyway, so the time we've been waiting for has come. This is the time to listen to that speech we've been waiting for. But before we go there, I want us to do something so simple. And it is something we did this evening. And I know some of you were there this evening. And because I realized the first class which did this didn't do it so well, I've just decided to set the same examination for this particular group. I hope this time, the other time I did it, Director Odek got 64%. I hope he improves to 70, which is an A. You are very close to an A, actually. 64 is quite good, so you'll improve to an A. So tell the person next to you, I will make you fishers of men. Now, just adjust your seat to make sure you can stand and sit down. Just make sure you are comfortable to stand and sit down. No, just adjust the seat, then sit down. But make sure you can stand easily and sit down easily. Adjust that seat, make sure it's well positioned. Stand again and confirm if it's still there. And please don't pull someone's chair. Just make sure, thank you, asante. Now, for the ladies, when you hear F and W, you stand. F and W. For the men, it's just M. You know, men cannot multitask. That is why they work with M. So are we ready? So let's speak out the words. I will, the ladies, make men. Okay. I will make you fishers of men, fishers of men, fishers of men. I will make you fishers of... Ngoja kidogo, tutulie kidogo. Nataka tuelewane. Unajua naona Director Odeka alikuwa amepata 64%. Sasa tena nairudisha 60. So tuelewane pole pole. And as we do that, I want to take that opportunity as we sing once again to welcome the CCM in charge of trade, industrialization and many other things in Uasin Gishu County, Madam Cheruto. Asante, thank you for the claps. Wakati anakuja kutuzungumzia Madam Martha Cheruto, so that she'll also usher in the guest, our keynote speaker. But then, Madam, don't come until we are done singing. So I will change the tone, I will change the speed, and you have to respond. So let's do this very slowly. I will make you fishers of men, fishers of men, fishers of men. I will make you fishers of men if you follow me. Now this is where the problem starts. If you follow me. Chairman ameshaamua kukaa chini. Tupigieni waziri makofi ya kuja kutuzungumzia. Let's clap for waziri. Karibu sana waziri, karibu sana uweze kutuzungumzia. Thank you. Thank you so much. Karibu.
Mambo. Wangapi wamechoka kama mimi? Mna hema, si ndio? I won't take time. It's just to stand here recognizing all established protocols and also presenting Excellency the Governor. He was with us in the morning, and because of other duties, he was unable to join us this evening. The F and the W next time, but here W to men. Pia waheme kama sisi. So I am Martha Cheruto. I was here in the morning. I'll also be here tomorrow on the panel discussion. So definitely this evening, I just have a few items to mention, and then I'm really waiting to listen on the business succession planning. The importance of all this for all of us who are here is to ask ourselves a question: what next? We'll have listened, end-to-end conversations, all the way from production, being given knowledge, infrastructure established by government. We have EPZ, we have the industrial park, we have all the infrastructure matters to do with transport, that is by road, railway. We have all the way to the airport, the incentives talked about. We also have financial institutions that are here that have mentioned what they can offer. Same thing to diversification, looking at raw materials, and ensuring that they're sustainable through group work, that is cooperative societies, ensuring that we are saving through the circle so that we can access more. But then, the question to all of us, after all this, what next? We will start something today. But then are we able to survive 10 years, 5 years, 20, 50, to 5th or 6th generations after us? We have been talked to, told how the importance of MICE, that is meeting, incentives, conferences, and events. Thank you, the chairman of KTB. As we promote Eldoret to be the premier destination for trade, tourism, investments, and industrialization, it still goes back to ourselves. Vision 2030 wanted us to be a middle-income country, living high-quality life. Now, after all these conversations, as we leave here, what are we promising ourselves? Are we going to rise as the theme that has been presented to us, that Eldoret City is the rising hub of trade and industry in Africa? Now back to you and I. Do I confirm to myself that I will indeed be the new person to rise today and tomorrow, that I will lead the discussion for trade and industry, for myself, the generations after me, so that one day we'll have made history, that on this day, many years ago, you sat in this room, listened to the best person who has proven that you don't have to exist physically, but you can exist in the spiritual world over 100 years, and your business will still be there with or without you. Are we ready? Are you ready? Mtu amefanya biashara miaka 100, lakini hamna nguvu ya kumwambia mko tayari kumsikiza. Mko tayari? Mko tayari kabisa, si ndio? Alafu anataka mkumbuke kitu kingine. Amekuja, lakini pia akataka kutuonyesha ukweli wake. Akatuambia sio mimi nitakuja niwaeleze. Nataka mwingine aje awaeleze uzuri wa kufanya biashara. You can see that conversation. We don't have to listen to him, but we will listen to him through somebody else. Tumelewa, si ndio? So let us listen to this conversation deeply, and then pick all the notes that you can, network as much as you can, because in the next 1 year, this country will not be the same again. CBD will have a market of 4,000 people under phase 1. In any time, we have 10,000 people. EPZ this year will start operations. We'll have over, I believe with time, thousands of people employed on that. The industrial park will also be the same. We have several malls being created because we're looking for jobs, create jobs. Hotels are being filled up, like now we truly appreciate because hotels have been filled up. Now the whole question is, how about me and my generation? So because of all that and the time they've given us, I would wish we be upstanding. It's always a standing ovation to get to listen from someone who has done this for years. I want to welcome, he knows himself, who will come to speak to us matters to do with business sustainability, the practical approach. Maybe in the next 100 years, it could be you and your family being talked about, so that you build your brand going forward. Ladies and gentlemen, I want us to do the cooperative clap, and this is how we do, because we don't do once, we do it through people. One finger clap, 2 fingers clap, 3. Let's try. So we start with 1, then 2, like that. It's all about coming together for success. And when you're together, definitely the voice is louder and the impact is bigger. So come on, so the other one, let's do that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5, 5, 5. Asante sana. Let us listen to him. Karibu. Karibu sana. Thank you.
Thank you very much. I think everyone has woken up nicely from all the amazing speeches and talks we've heard. For those who think I'm Mr. Ajay Shah, I am not, although you might have thought he's quite young. He's doing well, but I am his son. So not only will I tell you from a perspective of the family business, but also from the perspective of being the 4th generation, so literally coming to the 100 years in this country. A very good evening to all distinguished dignitaries, esteemed guests, respected chairman, and members of the Kenya National Chamber of Commerce and Industry. It is truly an honor to address this august gathering here tonight. Allow me to introduce myself. My name is Rishish Ajay Shah. I must put my father's name there. I am proud of him. I stand before you as a proud 4th generation member of a business family. Not family business, but business family. My family's business interests include Kncci Limited and Rupa's Mall, amongst many others. Kncci Limited is approaching its 60th year in business, a milestone that speaks to our family's enduring commitment to enterprise and the Kenyan economy. They say that by the 4th generation, mine, a family business has either established a legacy or faced significant challenges to its continuity. I am deeply aware of the responsibility that comes with being part of the 4th generation, and of the traditions, values, and vision that have been carefully passed down to me. Tonight, I bring you warm greetings on behalf of my father, Mr. Ajay Shah, who due to official commitments is in Nevasha, is unable to grace this occasion. He has entrusted me with the privilege of sharing with you the 7 generational principles of success. Principles which have helped guide our family and business, and which he believes are essential for enduring achievement across generations. It is with great pleasure and a deep sense of responsibility that I convey these insights to you this evening, hoping they will inspire and add value to our collective journey towards sustainable and generational prosperity. I hope these 7 principles will show you why generational continuity in business is most certainly possible. I will dispense this advice now. Some of you may know where that phrase is from. Point number 1, unity. A family business strives on the strength of its unity. When family members come together with a shared vision and support each other, the business gains resilience and stability. Unity ensures that everyone works towards common goals, guided by trust and mutual respect. Remember, sticks in a bundle are unbreakable. I move to the 2nd principle, integrity. Integrity builds trust, both within the family and with its customers, employees, and partners. A commitment to honesty and ethical practices is the foundational for sustaining the reputation of a family business across generations. And I can assure you that is very true. A strong faith in the Almighty reinforces moral values and ethical conduct, ensuring that business decisions align with principles of fairness and righteousness. Remember, truth is the foundation of strong character. I move to the 3rd principle. Work discipline. Discipline is the backbone of any successful business. It ensures efficiency, productivity, and adherence to processes, creating a culture of work and responsibility. A work ethic is not just about personal success, but about fulfilling responsibilities with sincerity and diligence, recognizing that one's efforts contribute to the collective good. Remember, the early bird catches the worm. Everyone is aware of that one. I move to the fourth principle. Live by principle. Adhering to strong values and ethical standards serves as a guiding light for decision-making and business operations. A principle-driven family business stands firm through challenges, always prioritizing fairness and long-term sustainability over short-term goals. As mentioned by many previous speakers before us, we look towards the future rather than what we can achieve right now. Remember, a tree with strong roots laughs at storms. I move to the fifth principle, inclusivity and equality. Treating all members with fairness and ensuring inclusivity strengthens relationships and empowers every individual to contribute their best to the family business. Beyond the business, this principle should extend to society, uplifting those in need, creating opportunities for the underprivileged, and ensuring that success is shared with the community. Investing in education for children from less privileged backgrounds is one of the most impactful ways to uplift society. On this point, I would like to make a secondary point, and I'm proud that my elder brother is currently climbing a part of Mount Everest with the intention of raising funds. Those funds are being used for the education of children from Eldoret who are not able to afford it. Thank you for that. Remember, one flower does not make a garden. And I will repeat that phrase. One flower does not make a garden. You can try it, but it will not work. I move to the point and principle number 6. Consensus rather than unanimous decision. Reaching decisions through consensus rather than insisting on unanimity fosters collaboration and ensures everyone's voice is heard, whilst balancing the needs of the business. Recognizing that wisdom comes from discussions and collective insight allows a family business to navigate challenges effectively, whilst maintaining harmony amongst its members. Remember, a single hand cannot clap. And the final point, the 7th principle, my favorite principle, transitioning, passing on the baton. Smoothly transitioning leadership ensures the sustainability of the business for future generations. Preparing successors and letting go gracefully is the key to preserving the legacy of the family business. Passing on not just wealth, but wisdom, values, and the commitment to serve society ensures that the business remains a force for good beyond the present generation. And my favorite reminder point, a wise man plants trees whose shade he knows he will never sit under. Thank you. With that, ladies and gentlemen, distinguished guests, and esteemed members of our community, as we gather here this evening, it is fitting to reflect on a remarkable journey of Eldoret, a place that has risen from humble beginnings as a village, and on that point, being the 4th generation, and seeing the photos and listening to the stories of all my elders before me, it is amazing to see and just vision what we have come from. We have come from dirt roads and a lot of dust into something strong and powerful and as a united community. We were a village, now evolved into a vibrant town. And now, as mentioned earlier, stands proudly as Kenya's 5th city. This transformation truly is a testament to the resilience, the vision, and the unity of its people, who have shaped Eldoret into a thriving cosmopolitan hub, recognized for its diversity and dynamism. As we look to the future, I extend my heartfelt wishes for the continued success to everyone in their endeavors. May you all prosper under the able leadership and guidance of His Excellency, the Governor of Uasin Gishu County, Honorable Dr. Jonathan B. Chalilim. Together, let us build on this legacy and usher Eldoret into a new era of growth and opportunity. Thank you, and may Eldoret continue to shine as a beacon of progress for generations to come. And before my final phrase of the evening, I will say one thing. For all the youths, because a lot of youths are here today during the day, and I being one of the youths as well, we must relax. We must listen to our elders, and we must take our time. We want to do things quickly, but we have time. Don't rush and you'll be happy. I'm telling you that firsthand. It's not written anywhere. With that, ladies and gentlemen, God bless Eldoret, God bless Kenya, and God bless you all. Thank you.
Thank you so much. And let's all stand as we appreciate our keynote speaker. Tumpigieni makofi. Tusimame sote tukimpigia makofi hadi wakati ataketi. Let's clap for him. Asante sana. Thank you so much. And on that note, let's remain. I just ask that maybe we shall just. So we may be seated for 1 minute. So as we come to the tail part of this particular meeting, I just want to take this opportunity to appreciate each and every one of you who's been part of today's event. Tomorrow we have a bigger event, and so I take also the opportunity to continue welcoming those of us who will be with us tomorrow. Let's be part of this summit to the last day. As I had opened earlier, the success belongs to those who wait to the very conclusion of everything. And so today, I just take this opportunity to welcome each and every one of you for tomorrow, and thank you for being part of today. Also, this event from the start has been streaming online, and I just want to take this opportunity to appreciate our online viewers. Tuwapigieni makofi. Now, the last person to address us this evening for 30 seconds is none other than my very mentor, Dr. Kncci, who will also pray for us. Yeah. Thank you. So you will help us address God then. Yes, I thank you.
You know, there is something that is happening at Vatican. And you need to be very careful when you're calling some of us to come and pray, lest it becomes a dream and a desire to become the next pope. You're all aware that our very own Raila Amolo Odinga, after he failed in AU, there's a proposal that now we don't have to do a campaign in Africa, because 1 month down the line we had already covered that. So please keep praying for us. We might be some of the candidates to go to Vatican. And I really don't understand why CEO Ellen is really laughing. It's not that she knows where I fellowship, but it's only that she cannot believe that I can be a pope. Secondly, and on a very serious note, my brother, I want to make a disclosure that today has been the best day for me. Really, the best day for me. Just sitting here, and you know my DNA is among the young people, so that is where I thrive. And guess what? I came with my DVC. Do you know how many people we have registered for Multimedia University? 35. I'm telling you. I have had people who are coming for PhD. I have had people who are coming for degree, first degree, masters. seated there. That my DVC was there. And tomorrow we are going to be seated. For 3 days, we are not moving here because we have a job to do. And I want to say thank you for opening this opportunity for us to be here, and perhaps and many other business people who have been able to come for this catchment. And I think this Eldoret is ready for a takeoff. Finally, is now that I remove the heart of being a pope, please feel free to sample the city. I don't know why the CC didn't mention that. Sample the city. The city of Eldoret is sampleable. So please sample, begin sampling here as we rise up for a prayer. Is there anybody who has a prayer item? I don't know why. I mean, anybody with a prayer? Yes, talk to me, my sister. And of course, you know I know you. Clients. So I want to pray that the Lord is going to remember my sister to begin signing in tomorrow. Okay? Anybody else with a prayer item? Anybody want to live 100 years? Very good. So I will consider you for 100 years. And that does not mean that the rest you will not reach. So let's pray. Everlasting Father, in the mighty name of our Lord and our Savior, Jesus Christ, the Son of the living God, we are before your throne of grace and mercy this evening, full of gratitude and thanksgiving in our hearts. We want to honor you, dear Lord, for making it possible for us to assemble here in this international Eldoret Summit, that you brought men and women together, my Father, so that we can be able to dispense off matters that is going to advance our business entities, institutions, my Father, and our personal growth. We want to thank you, God Almighty, for each and every one of us who has played a role in one way or another one to make this day successful. Behold, ahead of us lies 2 other days. Jehovah, we pray that God Almighty, may you be glorified in each and every detail of the program that is ahead of us. Jehovah God, again, the businessmen and women who are seated here have one desire, that their businesses may grow. God of glory, we pray that Jehovah God, you are going to connect men and women to our businesses, my Father, so that out of this, we are going to get value for the money that we invested. As we dispatch and sleep, we ask that God Almighty, may you protect each and every one of us until we meet tomorrow morning. Even as we declare that may the grace of our Lord Jesus Christ and the love of God and the fellowship of the Holy Spirit be with us now and forevermore. Amen and shalom.
Asanteni sana. We may leave at our own pleasure as we also continue.